welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's July 11th, 2022, and we're going someplace different today. So I thought maybe you'd want to come along too. I'm not sure what to expect, and I'll tell you about it once I get there. So yeah, stay tuned. Here we are driving. We've traveled into Riverview, and we're on our way to Salisbury. And when I say we, I mean I've got a guest with me today. So when we get there, I'll show you who it is. So we've reached our destination, and where's our destination? Well, I'm here with
me!
My sister Carolyn. She's down from St. John. St. John is the second largest city in New Brunswick.
It used to be the first largest.
Carolyn used to live in Moncton, and Moncton was the second largest, and then she moved to St. John, and now St. John is the second largest. I don't know if there's a correlation, but you'll be the judge. So where are we, Carolyn?
We are at the Four Sisters Lavender Farm, right off of Coverdale Road. No, it's not. Coverdale Road between Coverdale and Salisbury.
We're in Salisbury, New Brunswick.
We're in Salisbury on a place called McPherson Road, and it's called the Four Sisters Lavender Farm.
So we're here to see flowers.
No, they're not flowers. They're herbs. Lavender is herbs. You can cook with it. And here's the lovely side.
So do they have anything other than lavender?
Well, you went on the tour.
No, I haven't been on the tour yet.
Oh.
She's a spoiler alert. We're doing this out of sequence. She is new to this whole vlogging thing.
So they do have other things, apparently.
We're going to get out of the way of this car, though. We're going to back up.
They have traffic accidents.
Yep.
They have garlic, and they also have lots of other herbs, or herbs, depending on where you're from.
We'll walk the top and go this way, and then we won't get run over at the same time. And if it's windy, it's because we're on a farm with open fields.
You can tell we're brother and sister. We have the same forehead.
Yeah. Not the same haircut, though.
No, I have more hair on my head.
Do you know anything about lavender? What can you do with lavender other than cook it? What can you cook with it?
Lavender you can use in pastries like shortbread cookies, or you can cook with it in other types of sweet things, but I don't like the taste of lavender. So I like to dry it, and I use it as a scent-free thing. So I put it in my house, and my house smells like lavender. Like a potpourri, and I put it maybe in my drawers so my clothes can have a nice smell.
Too much for me.
I didn't tell you which drawers. So I like lavender from that perspective, but a lot of people, it's very popular to cook with it now as well.
Did you know that it can help with depression and anxiety, having lavender around?
Well, I will certainly try that out.
You also know that it also can help with menstruation problems?
Oh, well, that's too much information.
Did you know that I Googled lavender before we even came here, so I had these facts?
Did you know that dad guy was a smarty pants?
There you go. All right, let's go check out the lavender farm.
All right. Yeah.
They're in there a little bit. People get a kick. I remember in science showing the kids what these are. They're in that spittle.
That's great.
And why do they have them?
They don't. You mean the spittle?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's their life cycle. That's the way they function. They don't hurt anything. They're not a real pest.
So they don't ruin your lavender.
No, not at all. There's nothing that really likes lavender. It's kind of like a repellent. And now the buds are opening, and we're getting a lot of bees.
Yes.
So we have about 30 hives over on the other in the other field there.
Wow.
From Lockhart's apiaries. We just provided property for them.
Okay.
So it'll help us next year for strawberries.
Okay.
We were short on pollinators this year.
Okay, so you'll have a dual farm, lavender and strawberries.
Well, just not a big patch of strawberries, but I'm trying to expand.
So what's the process here? I can't remember what.
Well, if you want to make a bouquet, I'll give you a tray and some scissors and some snips, and you can have fun.
Okay. And how much do you put in a bouquet?
Well, you'll fill this right up.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is a third of $10 right here.
That's a third of $10.
That's a third.
And then do you wrap it up for us?
Yeah, if you want, you put some elastic bands on it, put it in a paper bag, and
yeah, that's perfect.
And then dry it however you want. There you go.
And so, is there any technique for picking?
Oh, I'll show you.
Okay.
A little bit. I'm hand-fisted, but these
we can get some for your family.
This Allain Cote blue is a little shorter, so it's a little harder work. But it's a beautiful. Let me toss this out first. And if you like that color, then you can pick that as well. See, this is a Munstead right here.
Oh, they're different types.
What's the difference between the two colors, other than the plant? What are their
Well,
property
the buds will be a bit, for culinary, this is quite strong.
Okay.
This is more culinary.
Okay.
For lemonade, for chocolate, people use it in spaghetti sauce.
What?
We've heard all kinds
Really?
of stories. Clove, from these cloves now. Clove.
And can you mix them up? Is that okay? You can put like different
Yeah, you
brands
can.
together?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But if you want, if you want to get into the culinary stuff, so you just go to the point where you're not into the woody. This is a little short here, so you walk around and find something better than what I'm doing.
Yes,
There's a group
yeah.
there that's...
And you don't mind if we walk around? And like, there's some
Absolutely.
long ones at the back there too,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, you can do. And then way over there,
Yeah.
I've got another patch of Hidcote Blue that might be longer.
Okay.
So it's your call.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Can we just fill this up in this?
So how long have you guys been in operation as your farm for?
This is, well, we've been here for 5-6 years, and when we first started, the farm was kind of overgrown with alders and goldenrod.
Okay.
So I kind of
all of this was overgrown, and you guys...
Overgrown with goldenrod, 5 feet tall. It was incredible. And the alders were reaching out past the old fence row,
Okay.
about 10 feet. So it's quite a job. Alders are incredible because they're nitrogen fixing. And so they grow with rhizomes underground and then pop up literally 20 feet out from into the field. So it's quite a job to kind of...
So you till it all back with machine,
So we
and then...
tilled it back, and I'm still not done.
Are you hoping to go beyond that fence line?
But to where that big cherry tree there is the old fence line.
Okay.
So right now they're still coming out. It's quite a job. That's really quite a thicket.
And
But right now it's good. I'm growing oats and buckwheat and
you've got strawberries down the other
and
end.
strawberries, potatoes, lots of garlic back there. So it's a lot of fun. And the soil here is a very nice deep sand. So when we did our soil testing for lavender, because lavender doesn't like clay, doesn't like a heavy soil, likes a nice draining, easily draining soil. This is what this is. And we're right on a bank here, so right over the edge here is a 20-foot drop to Little River.
Okay, which
So it's
feeds into the Petitcodiac, which is on the other end.
The Petitcodiac is that way.
Okay.
And this one's perpendicular almost. You saw the intervale there, right?
Yep.
When we did the soil testing, and some of the geologists that came up from Agriculture New Brunswick told us this is an ancient river shoreline.
Okay.
So that's why it's got deep sand. So if you go down about 4 feet, and then you'll see there's a layer of gravel. It's really neat.
Okay. So where did you come from originally?
I come from Ottawa.
Okay, and you just decided to settle in New Brunswick and
Settled
grow
in
lavender?
New Brunswick, teaching school and farming.
Okay. So you teach at the elementary or the high school?
Middle school right now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
And so how long has it been in growth?
So this was a lonely project 3 years ago, planting these small plants
Okay.
in the field. You never think that it was going to fill in this way. So yeah, 3 years, but this time, early June, 3 years ago. And then from there, it grows. You're supposed to just cut whatever flowers you get the first year to kind of encourage that root growth in the plant. It's quite a shrub, right? So if you look deep here,
Like a fight or flight for the plant?
it's quite a, see the shrub? It's a heavy,
Yeah, it's very thick down at
yeah, it's a very thick. And so, and then the next year it overwintered really well with some straw mulch. And then last summer it just went crazy. Did really well with all that heat. It's a Mediterranean plant too, so it likes a lot of heat.
Okay.
That's why it's doing so well right now in this heat.
And what are the many uses for lavender? Like I can think of it as an aroma thing, but
Well, that's the big one. It's got some properties apparently for like valerian or chamomile, like as a relaxant.
Okay, so you put it in tea, as you were saying
Yeah,
earlier.
some people teas, soups, lemonade, some baking, some shortbread cookies. People have got great ideas with it. It's got a bit of a lemony flavor to it, and
is that citrus acidity? Is that what's kind of you were saying deters the other bugs and things away from it?
That's I imagine that's what it is.
Okay.
We used to have problems with deer I had to have an electric fence over the garden for the beans, and now I don't. The deer just disappear, and this comes up because in the evenings and early mornings when the wind stops, the fragrance is overpowering in the air, and it just, we don't even have tracks. Usually before we used to have deer tracks all over the place, and now they don't even come and walk around because you know they've been there overnight if you see the tracks.
Right.
So it's pretty neat. I haven't had to bother with an electric fence, which was an issue our first year.
And no other animals like skunks that are like trying to,
No,
I've got a smell that can repel this, or no?
Well, they don't
chew on it, no?
So they don't, yeah, there's nothing wants to touch it. We have no issues. Just do it in the wintertime. It seems like, because we had a straw mulch here, the mice would move in a little bit under the straw, but they didn't hurt the plants. You just knew they were there making nests in the straw.
Yeah.
That didn't harm anything.
Okay. And a word of mouth basically to get the farm going?
Planet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that worked helped a lot. CBC.
Oh, CBC's been by?
CBC was by last year. They haven't been by this year, but last year really helped a lot.
Okay. Fair.
Transcript.
Yeah.
The Transcript was here.
Which is local paper.
Yeah. I hope to expand to oil making. Now the investment is again the next level to buy a distiller, a batch distiller.
So you'd crush down the flowers in order to produce oil?
You would chop up this part here, the leaf, and you can actually do the whole thing if you want, but we have this market for flowers, which is, and the buds. The buds are kind of...
As you're saying, as you press down on that, you can actually feel the oil residue in your fingers.
Yeah, you do. That's right. So with the distiller, we could harvest all of this for an essential, like an oil.
Okay.
It's a commodity, actually. I mean, it's huge.
Now, would you be able to sell the top part for flowers and then harvest the bottom part, so you're getting the whole use of the plant?
You could do it that way, or you could just do harvest altogether and just do oil. Okay. But then you'd lose that other market, right?
Yeah.
The fun part is meeting people. It's just fascinating and just incredible. With the big change in the ethnic diversity of the area, and all this world migration, it's just incredible. We've had so many people from Spain, from Ukraine this year, at least 10 families.
Lots of refugees coming in, yeah.
Syrians. And it's such
There's your ice water.
Oh, yeah. 2 hours ago. Your hand's in it. Thank you very much. Thanks for the water. So, and it's just in Europe, the Europeans, like we've had somebody from Morocco last year. She's an older woman who was and her daughter-in-law came here and was fascinated and just told us that before she left, she put lavender sprigs all over her home as an insect repellent before she left on holiday.
Okay, so when she got back, then no bugs had
Apparently
moved in.
it's a repellent, and it's...
I wonder if it would work against ants when ants move in, if they'd stay away.
Well, there are no ants there are no anthills trying to move in here. Okay. So it's pretty neat. Yet we have anthills trying in the lawn over there like crazy. Yep. So maybe it's got something to do with it. The rod had to be...
It certainly looks like garlic.
Yeah, there's a lot of garlic. Do you mind tasting it? Sure. Steak? Try that in there. That might be a spicy. Let me see what that one is. That's a Czech. That's a Czech variety down there. Okay.
And what is a Czech one normally?
I don't know. I just picked this up this year from a guy in Anakin, a girl in there. It's so big in Ukraine.
How high will they get? Are we at the peak now, or are they?
Yeah, they're not much higher because once the scape comes up, it wants to go into flower.
Okay, so beyond the leaf, you get into that.
So that would be the Ukrainian. You might be able to tell the difference.
I would say that one was milder than the Czech one.
Told me, that's like Alex. He said it was this. The Ukrainian was sweeter. He said sweeter. Okay. Now let's find the Korean. Persian star. This is a guy in Antigans. Can you tell the difference? Let's try this over here.
I would say that was spicier. Beans on the next aisle over?
Yep.
Yeah, that's got a zing to it. So where did the name actually come from?
Four Girls Lavender?
Yeah.
4 girls.
Which 4 girls?
I have 4 daughters.
Okay, there you go.
So you saw the youngest there.
Yes, I didn't put her on camera.
And the other 3 are, one's working at the grocery store, the other 2 are gone with mom to get their nails done.
Okay.
Vegetables as mostly herbs. So I really like, I love them. So I've got, let me see, sage, sweet marjoram, thyme, winter savory, summer savory.
Okay. Just make little
rosemary.
packages and sell them out.
That's the plan.
You guys are at the market, aren't you? I saw this on Facebook.
the Dieppe market.
Okay, okay.
I sold some catnip this morning. It's funny, we have the catnip.
That's great.
All right, that was the Four Girls Lavender Farm. You got to meet my sister Carolyn, and I want to say special thanks to Allain Cote, who's the one who is running the farm and gave me the nice tour and let me have some garlic along the way, and just all around great guy. So if you get a chance, come to Salisbury, come to the Four Girls Lavender Farm, and have an experience of your own. Now, my sister asked me to come and do this trip, but she wants to do more trips through the summer. There's things that she wants to see, some local attractions. So she may pop up in a few more videos as the summer goes along. So stay tuned for that. All right, stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?